You're turning into a different individual because of the wisdom that you've received or that you're trying to receive. It is going to ruffle up a lot of feathers because people are used to the old you, and that's what the problem is going to be, is the change that you're going to have to see in them. That's the tea. Hey y'all, this is going to be the next change that you're headed towards. Okay, so let's see what the next change is. Okay, so intuitively, I feel like this next change is actually revolving around, it's an inner change that's starting to materialize into outer form. So the next change that you're going through is something that you've already been working on. It's starting from within yourself, and it's going to materialize in some way. So this could mean that you're finally headed towards the path that you've been destined to go down, and you know this now, and now it's starting to show. I do feel like, though, for whatever reason, it's roughing up some feathers. Like, there are people that are upset about this change because now they see it. They can't unsee it. Okay, so let's see what this is. Okay, let's see what this is. So for my viewers, the next change they're headed towards. We have metamorphosis. Yes, a change, a complete change. Yes, we have enlightenment. Yep, a 27, a 22 and a 27, and surrender. So a lot of death energy, even in the oracle cards. Okay, so yes, this is revolving around a change, but you know how obviously we're going to use the butterfly metaphor. It starts off as a caterpillar and then it changes to a butterfly. So it goes from inner to outer change. Okay, so now people are saying that you are kind of, I don't know, you're a different individual, or you're turning into a different individual because of the wisdom that you've received or that you're trying to receive. It is going to ruffle up a lot of feathers because people are used to the old you, and that's what the problem is going to be, is the change that you're going to have to see in them. That's the tea. Okay, it's really the change that you're going to see in other people because of you, because of your change of heart. Ooh, you're going to start seeing people's true colors come out, is what I heard. Damn, somebody, there's a Capricorn here. What did I say? King of Pentacles. There's somebody here that may be very upset about this change, and I don't know what this is. This could also be the ego playing tricks on you as well. So the ego could be telling you, hey, you had more friends when you were easy to please and when you were people pleasing. You had more friends and you had more people in your corner when you agreed to everything that they had to say. And now it's kind of like you don't give a damn. So now you're walking in that change, and it makes you appear different. But it only makes you appear different to the people that don't want to change with you. Okay, so we have the Fool, a complete new you. That's what the Fool talks about as well. It's not just a leap of faith, but it's like you're reaping the rewards of seeing yourself differently before you even saw it happening for real. So this is manifesting a new life, and you're stepping into that. You're stepping into a new image. It's like you're learning you. Yeah, we have the High Priestess. Look at all these intuitive cards. Okay, so it's a lot of faith, going out on faith, being optimistic, the Ace of Wands. Okay, and the Nine of Swords. Interesting. The Four of Pentacles. Wow. I think you didn't like who you were in the past. I don't know why I'm getting that, and I'm just going to keep it real frank over here. I feel like you didn't like who you were in the past. It could have been a way of thinking that you didn't like about yourself. Maybe you felt like you kind of leaned more towards a pessimistic mentality, and you don't like that, so you changed. Some of you guys used to possibly gossip, or maybe there are a lot of things that you changed about yourself. Something that was linking you, a negative habit that was linking you towards a negative life or a negative image or a negative past. It's something that you finally let go of because you saw that there was no reward in this. So if it was a way of thinking, you stop being so negative and hard on yourself, because that's not where flowers bloom. Okay, you can't be hard on yourself and think something's going to grow from that. You do have to be kind to yourself. So it's something that was linking you to an old self that you are sacrificing for your stability. I feel like you want to rewrite what it is that you're doing. Okay, so the next change that you're headed towards is you're kind of like ending things that are pushing you to a certain limit. So a lot of you guys are, this could be friendships, These could be connections that you feel like have a dead end. Okay, so whatever this is, I feel like you no longer want to suffer. You know, I feel like you are ready to put the suffering down. It's almost like you are coming out of a self-victimization energy and you're going towards something that is initiating, okay? Something that is confronting the problem and not avoiding the problem. So you're becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. Like I said, you're listening to your intuition, and the next change is you ending friendships and connections because of it. That's the next change, okay? You got people that are in your energy. It could even be 4 people that could be needing to let go of. Okay, these could be 4 different people, or it could be a different mindset that needs to change. Okay, it could even be that you're living with family, living with people that are negative and they have a lack mindset. So it's something about their mind, especially with this 4 of Pentacles. This has nothing to do with money. I feel like this has everything to do with their worth. And sometimes birds of the same feather flock together. So if you don't want to associate yourself with something negative, why hang around people that only think of themselves as negative? They feel like the only thing they can bring out of the table is something negative. Okay, so I feel like you're shedding skin and you're shedding people that are not on the path with you, people that kind of take you to a dark place or trigger you for some reason. Some of them trigger you on purpose. Okay, they really want to see, are you a true leader? Are you not? Okay, so let's see what this Fool is. So yeah, this has something to do with connections and people around you. Okay, it's a lot of things that you also turned a blind eye towards. If I could be honest, that I feel like you can't do it anymore. Okay, you can't push forward anymore. You can't act the same way that you used to, especially with the 0 here. You can't be the same. Okay, there's a complete change here. What's the Fool? Yeah, Temperance here. You're changing, you're healing. So there's balance coming in, like I said, but I feel like this is more so about you're learning what it is that you're supposed to learn out of something. Okay, you're not recycling that same cycle. You're not doing the same thing over and over again. And again, you're trusting yourself. Emperor energy. So you're taking control over your life. And this gives me like a big fish, little pond. You're kind of escalating. You're going to another pond. You're going to a bigger pond. And you are shedding people that are not it. Okay, they're not supposed to be around right now. Okay, Spirit is purposely separating you from these people because they don't want to recognize the change. That's the main thing that I'm getting, especially with these 2 cards. These people that are around you, they don't want to recognize the change even though they see it. They don't want to cooperate with the change. They want to trigger your boundaries. Okay, so something about that with Temperance. They want to trigger something in you that will make you bend on your boundaries. Very manipulative people, or the tendencies that they have is very manipulative. It's very me energy, so selfish, needy. They aren't reliable. These are people that want something from you as long as you're able to give it. Okay, the Magician, sneaky than a mug. Okay, so High Priestess. Some of you guys are also coming into a soulmate contract with somebody. Okay, I saw we have the High Priestess and we have the Magician, so those are soulmates. So I see that. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups. We have the Hierophant. Wow. Okay, so these things that are going on in your life, okay, I feel like Spirit is showing you the disappointments that are happening in your life, maybe connected to the type of company that you're keeping. Okay, it may be time for you to enforce more than just boundaries. It's time to cut people out of your life because you're maturing at a different rate than they are, or you're going towards a different lifestyle than they are. I think also you're kind of using your wisdom, your spirituality, your divinity. You're using it in multiple different ways. Okay, it's helping move things along. Okay, it's opening up paths for you. The 8 of Cups also gives me energy of it's opening up a road for you. Okay, so people are envious of that. They don't want that. They don't want you to succeed, and they don't like, you know, being shunned by the Hierophant. So it's something about your wisdom. You know more than you say. So yeah, I feel like people are tempting your boundaries. Okay, they may even be making you feel guilt over some things. So be aware, like you're gonna start finding less and less things that are common with you and these people that are in your life. Okay, so the changes that are coming up next are people that are around you. Okay, that's what I got for y'all. I love y'all. Bye.